Thank you for saving me.
We heard you stood up to Volta and ran away. Is that right?
No, it's not like that.
Say no more. I used to have a real pain of a teacher, too. I know what it's like. Teachers aren't good for much other than running their mouths and bossing people around. They just try to pick out your flaws. They don't even see how hard their students work for them.
Yeah. Volta wouldn't even listen to me when I tried explaining why I wanted to come here. He's always like that. All he cares about is dancing. He won't talk about anything else. It's just that sometimes there are other things I want to talk about.
Huh, I hear you on that. Surely you can see you don't need to work yourself to death just to please that mean old man. If you need somewhere to go, we always have room in Magilou's menagerie.
I don't know. I don't think I'm cut out for it.
Lulu, are you all right?
Sir? What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Don't you know this place is dangerous?
I heard there might be an herb here that could make your injuries stop hurting so much.
You came here for me? What were you thinking? You think it's just all right to throw your incredible talent down the drain like that?
Now just a minute.
Lulu, the only thing I care about anymore is seeing you become the greatest dancer in the world. I know it's selfish of me. I don't mind if you hate me for it. Just whatever you do, don't waste your talent. Lulu, your dancing brings so much joy to people, and it's during a time when there isn't a lot of joy to go around.
Volta.
No! Horrible, terrible, contrived! What kind of shoddy performance is this? You're a disgrace to Magilou's menagerie! You're an eyesore! Get out of my sight!
Huh? What's with you?
I'm saying this isn't the place to be doing any of this! Magic again!
It's so pretty.
Fear the might of Magilou, the greatest witch in 100 years! A third-rate dancer like you can't even hope to compete with the likes of me. Stand in awe, student and teacher alike!
As if we would. I might not be able to compete at your level right now, but just you wait. One day my dancing will beat you. Me and my teacher's dancing won't lose, even if it's to your magic.
Lulu.
Oh, really? Then it sounds like you and your teacher have lots of work ahead of you. But whenever you want to challenge Magilou's menagerie, we'll be ready.
Thank you, Magilou.
Huh? For what?
I mean, for spurring Magilou on. Color me surprised.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that.
Who can say? It's anybody's guess what Magilou and Volta do from here on out.
Very true. She could be crushed under the weight of his expectations. She could simply reach her limit and lose hope. Neither teacher or student could abandon the other. And say she one day meets his standards of perfection. Who knows whether it would even make her happy?
Magilou, are you sure you aren't talking about...
I'll say this much. It's human nature to end up wanting to stay with someone, if that person is someone who needs you.
Humans are weak like that.
But that's what also makes them human.
Yeah, you're right.
Look at me. I don't even have a punchline for this one.
Yeah, are you sure you're not running a fever?
It's all right. It's a nice change of pace.
Yes, but only on occasion.
Miss Magilou, what's gonna happen to all that material I practiced for her act?
Nothing, obviously.
Yeah!
There's your punchline.
You're Laphicet, right?
Yes. Who are you?
I'm Vidal's mom. He wanted me to give you this note.
It's the fourth ingredient. What happened to Vidal?
He has a high fever and can't move right now.
It's the terminal stage of the 12-year sickness.
It can't be.
All the other kids in town avoid Vidal because they're scared of the disease. But you chose to be his friend. I want to thank you for that. Vidal always perks up when he talks about you.
Miss Vidal's mom, I know this is sudden, but can I borrow his book? If we can figure out the last ingredient, we can make medicine that'll cure him. I don't care what it takes. I'll decipher it myself and...
That sounds like it could be really dangerous. I can't let Vidal's friends put themselves at risk like that. Besides, I've already lent the book to someone else. I've been prepared for this day ever since I learned he had the 12-year sickness. I'm sorry, Vidal. I'm sorry I couldn't give you a healthy life.
What's the plan, Laphicet? Do you still intend to look for that last ingredient?
Why bother? Time's short and we're out of leads.
I know it's sad, but there's nothing we can do. Vidal was fated for this end from the start.
Is there really nothing we can do?
Don't feel guilty. None of this is your fault. You've been a good friend to him. Besides, the Omega Elixir is a fool's errand anyway.
How could you say that?
Jeez, Velvet! Even I'd have tried to soften that one.
What's there to be gained from being less direct? Sure, it might hurt now, but in time, it will be just another memory. A sad memory you'll keep tucked away for when you need it.
How can you talk like that? Vidal's still alive! And what about all of his research? The Omega Elixir is real! I'm sure of it! I'm not ready to give up!
Then stop talking about it and keep on looking.
You mean it?
Once you've lost him, it'll be too late. No matter how sorry you feel, no matter how deeply you regret, regrets don't change into memories. They hang over you like a living nightmare. But you haven't lost your friend yet, or your hope.
Yeah.
Then hold on to it as tightly as you can.
Okay, I'm going to find that fourth ingredient. Let's take another look at the clues in Vidal's notes.
Is it true that more demons are appearing in other towns? And that some exorcists have suddenly lost their powers?
Yes, I'm afraid it is.
Is everything going to be all right?
Leave her alone, son. You're bothering the exorcist.
I just wanted to know how other places were doing.
In every city, the frequent demon attacks have endangered lives, caused chaos, and hindered travel and trade. Farms have been hit hard, and harvests are delayed. It's certain that there will be food shortages before long.
I thought as much. Well then, that settles it.
Settles what?
I'm going to plant an orchard and some vegetable fields. We've been lucky. We've been spared the worst of it. Also, the soil here is rich and suited for farming. I can't fight the demons, but I can help stabilize the food supply. I want to do what I can to help.
That's wonderful to hear. I'm rooting for you with all my heart.
You know, if you're starting a farm, you're going to need someone at your side.
Would you please stop bringing that up?
No. If you're serious about this, I want to do everything I can to find you a match. So on that note, how about it? He's a good boy. You don't have to marry him right away. You can take it slow.
Sorry, I'm kind of married to my work.
A shame. Well, what about you? The scary girl over there.
Who are you calling scary?
My apologies, miss.
Hey, aren't you forgetting someone?
No way! I mean... love? Marriage? That's not important right now. Besides, I have a date with these saplings.
He chose a tree over me.
Mercia was attacked by the Lord of Calamity and the town was lost. They say a bizarrely dressed witch chased down the townspeople and devoured any she caught.
That must be the Lord of Calamity. She dressed as a cackling witch to toy and torment us humans. That monster!
They say she wore a black cloak, a big hat, and rode a broomstick. She jeered and jested at those she caught.
So, a demon impersonated a witch and hunted humans, huh?
What happened in Mercio really got twisted in the telling.
That's the grapevine for ya. But that aside, this is unforgivable. I'd never use a broom or wear a black cloak. It'd go against my superb fashion sense.
That place really was a prison island. Worse, I heard that's where the Lord of Calamity was born.
Where did you hear that?
From an exorcist who lost his mallet and caught the demon blight. He screamed it as he was killing his exorcist buddies. It happened in the forest. I managed to hide. I've never been so terrified in my life.
An exorcist turned into a demon.
He must have lost himself when he lost his Moloch. Looks like we really did a number on the Abbey.
If that's true, then it means the Calamity was born right under the Abbey's nose, and they let her escape. How could they let that happen?
I don't know, but I guess it means the exorcists aren't perfect. I thought that if we followed the shepherd, the Abbey would save us. But maybe that was just wishful thinking.
You there with the big sword. You've got skills, don't you?
How can you tell without seeing me in battle?
I'm just a mere swordsmith, but I've known all sorts of swordsmen. Sometimes a sword spirit is much weaker than its owners, and it can't match his prowess. Other times the sword spirit is too strong for its wielder to master, and it holds its owner in disdain.
You can tell? Even if someone doesn't draw his sword?
Not always, but sometimes. In his case, it was easy. His spirit is in perfect sync with the one residing in his blade.
Really? I never thought about my sword that way before.
I'm sure whoever forged that sword is glad to have a man like you wield his work. I'd love to meet a swordsman to whom I could happily entrust my work. But first I need practice. I've got to sharpen my skills and my spirit.
Good luck!
Thanks.
I heard that this recent rash of demon attacks is the work of a demon known as the Lord of Calamity.
I heard that too. They say she built a nest in Mount Killaros where she breeds swarms of demons like some kind of queen ant.
Really? That's not what I heard. I heard she's a giant, hideous hag with the head of a dragon and a mouth with gnashing teeth in each hand.
I think they just called you a hideous hag.
Mouth hands? Oh, how ghastly!
That's not all. Those mouths spew forth clouds of toxic gas. Any human caught in it turns into a demon.
Wait, is that where demon blight comes from?
I couldn't say. It's just a rumor after all. But I haven't even gotten to the crazy part. This demon has a familiar, a short little thing that uses a huge board to create winds that spread the demon's poison. Rumor says that the nasty little creature takes the appearance of a trickster magician and is actually the demon's true form.
So some short little monster has caused all of this? Kind of makes you hate anyone short, doesn't it?
So the Lord of Calamity is actually a short, phony magician. What do you know?
Woe is me! My cover's been blown! Go, my hideous hag! Devour those meddlesome humans!
The exorcists, at least.
They must have pulled a runner once they were finished here.
If our challenger knew that when selecting this location, I suspect we're in for a serious fight.
We need to stay careful. There doesn't seem to be anybody here. Wait, what's up with that box?
The time has come for judgment and retribution!
What the...
Did an Nordal just come out of that box?
Who are you?
Very well. You ought to know the name of he who consigned you to the flames of hell. I am...
You're that Norman, right? Phoenix or whatever? Ha! No wonder those letters were so full of empty threats and blustery nonsense.
Bien! This is bad. The self-styled strongest Norman of all Norman is the mastermind behind all of this!
Self-styled? I am the man among men, the strongest Norman of all Norman. I am Phoenix.
Yeah, we've covered that already.
So you're the one who wrote all those letters. What's your bone with me?
I merely seek to right wrongs. I recently came into possession of a letter from a sister pouring her heart out to her brother. I traced the letter back to its sender, and one day paid her a surreptitious visit. There, I found a sweet, innocent girl. Surrounding her were presents from her brother, and mountains of letters she couldn't bring herself to send.
Letters she couldn't send?
Heartfelt letters for her older brother. When I read them, my manly tears fell over the same salty stains left by hers.
What the hell is wrong with you? Who reads someone else's letter and then decides to break into their room?
I acknowledge that I am partly in the wrong. But for all that is righteous, I cannot condone your... I do this for your sister, clasping her hands in well-worn gloves as she sends prayers for her brother's safety across the wide blue sea.
Enough of this nonsense. What is it that you want?
That is a question you should be asking of yourself.
What do you mean?
Just what is it that you're communicating with the superficial scrawlings and shoddy baubles you send her?
He's trying to atone...
Don't be absurd. Which is the real you? The considerate brother who worries for his sister? Or the man who consorts with low-life scum and pirates? Why can you not at least be honest with her, pirate? She is your sister. Why can you not tell her of the life you've chosen to lead? Do you think her too weak-willed to forgive your decision? Is that what your beloved sister is to you?
I don't have to take this from you!
Fine then. Show me your power.
You asked for it!
Then it's settled. If I win, you will go visit your sister immediately. But if I lose, I will obey your every command.
You're a funny one, Phoenix. I like it.
Laugh all you wish, for the last laugh will be mine!
I think I'll have you crying instead.
Here, police! You wronged me! Here's your justice!
No escape!
And you cannot bear the light of my glory, for I am the wings of heaven!
Killing flash! But I'm this close. I won't miss! Form zero! No escape! See this?
I leave no regrets.
You weren't lying when you said you were the strongest.
No kidding.
Strong or not, you picked a fight with the Reaper. Time to pay the price.
Wait, Eisen! What are you...
I thought so. That's why you're called the Phoenix, isn't it? Your blessing has the exact opposite effect as my curse.
So you finally noticed.
So, if Phoenix has that kind of power, then couldn't he protect your sister?
I admit defeat. I await your command.
No.
Why not?
I believe we should each steer our own ships through life's waters. I know that the life I've chosen is a selfish one. And I know that it leaves my sister lonely and sad. But it's also the only way I know how to live. If I gave you a command, it would be denying something at the very core of my being. So no, I won't do it. Except...
Yes?
If you're able, I want you to use your powers to protect my sister. Protect her from demons and malevolence. And from any dragon who may one day attack her.
A dragon? Are you serious?
This isn't an order. It's just a request.
Well then, I accept your request as your friend. But in return, I have something to ask of you.
Yeah?
I want you to write her another letter. But this time, no hiding what you're truly thinking. I'll wait as long as it takes for you to write it.
No need.
What?
I've been carrying this for so long, I'm afraid it's kind of crushed.
My friend, I swear on my honor that this letter will reach your sister, and I promise I will get her to smile once more. After all, I'm the Phoenix. With me, life rises anew from the ashes.
Thanks. I'm counting on you.
Then it is time I'm on my way. Come, turtles!
At your service!
Oh!
I'll deliver this package myself, even if it costs me my life!
Farewell, friend!
That Phoenix, what a guy. He doesn't back down even when he's lost.
I guess. But I liked what he had to say.
See? I knew something good would come from this.
Yeah. I guess I learned something today. Never give up before you try.
Finally gone! It's okay for you to come out now, Grimoire.
He's so stuffy, as always, that he made me sweat, and I was even hiding.
Now that I think about it, neither of you showed your faces when Phoenix was here, did you?
Why wouldn't you two want to see a fellow Norman?
I guess that asks for an explanation. All right, I think I can tell you now anyway. Broadly speaking, Norman fall into two different categories. Dog Norman and cat Norman.
The ones who like to be around humans, like Phoenix, are your dog types. The ones who prefer to stick around objects and places are the cat types. I've heard people say that dogs get attached to the human, and cats get attached to the home.
So, since Magilus relied on you a lot over the years, does that make you a dog, Norman?
No, not really. My powers actually work with Miss Magilu's guardians, not Miss Magilu herself. That makes me a cat type. Though actually, considering how I serve a witch, I'd be a cat type either way. Anyway, back on topic. Dog Norman like to live among lots of humans in comfort and style. Cat Norman like me and Grimoire would rather live in forests and ruins and pass our time in idle leisure.
Some, ourselves included, don't conform with expectations, instead choosing to live as we please alongside humans.
What does this have to do with wanting to avoid Phoenix?
There's a gap between us that can't be bridged. Like the difference between sky blue and sea blue.
Come on, aren't sky blue and sea blue basically the same color?
Maybe to your untrained eye, but to those who care, there's a perceptible difference in hue, slight though it might be. Whatever it is that separates them is impossible to overcome.
I didn't realize it could be such a big deal.
Let me ask you guys this. Are pudding and custard the same?
No, definitely not. If I ordered one, I wouldn't want to be served the other.
Those still sound more or less the same to me, too.
What if I said it was like the difference between sherbet and sorbet?
Oh, yeah, there is a difference there. Although I usually can't remember which is which.
So, like the difference between a hoagie and a sub sandwich?
But those two are the same. Anyway, you get the point now, surely. We've long had our differences, and they put us in perpetual conflict.
But what good does that do?
Actually, on that note, is Aizen's sister going to be okay with Phoenix around?
That much I wouldn't worry about. He can be obnoxiously brash and talks a lot of nonsense sometimes. But if nothing else, Phoenix has a strong sense of responsibility. Rest assured, she's in good hands. Although if you work him too hard, he'll start making speeches about uprisings and insurrections and all that stuff.
Hiya! I got another letter for you, Aizen.
Hey, are you okay? What does it say?
I can't read it right now. One of you do it.
Okay. Dear brother, I got your letter. Not sure why it was so tattered. I'm glad that you were able to tell me how you really feel, even though it was beyond obvious by now. Your clear descriptions of the self-defense Moloch arts allowed me to master them quickly, despite your terrible grammar. As weird as it feels writing this to a pirate, good luck with your work, and I know how to keep a secret. So please keep writing me letters. My life doesn't revolve around them, but I do enjoy hearing from you. I can't see the oceans you sail from my perch here on the mountain, but I'm thinking of you and praying for your safety. And I want you to know I'm doing fine.
Ah, looks like she's just as roundabout and stubborn as her brother. It must run in the family.
There's more. P.S. Thanks for the Nordals. They're not really all that cute, but I guess I like them a little bit. But ever since I got that last one, I hear this voice at night telling me I should write you and be here for you when you need to vent. It's actually rather annoying, but since the doll is a gift from you, I'll make a special exception for it. That's all.
Sounds like she's really got it together.
You know, I don't think we ever asked you her name.
Edna.
That's a pretty name.
Glad you think so. I'm the one who named her.
Not somewhere in the sky.
In the sky? Wait, look!
You're the ones who liberated us from Inominat's domain, right? I want to thank you for all that you've done.
You really don't have to do that. I was just acting in my own interests. If any Malachims still get in my way, I won't hesitate to devour them.
Hey, hold up! Most of us are under the influence of Inominat's power and have been robbed of our free will.
The majority of Malachim are too afraid of malevolence to even go near humans. Before Inominat's interference, we were a peaceful people.
That doesn't matter to me.
We get what you're saying, but if we go easy on anybody, then we'll be the ones who get killed. If you truly want to protect your friends, you'll have to stop us by force.
Wouldn't you agree that having free will means choosing the path you believe in?
I suppose you're right. And that's why we too will work toward the future we desire.
In order to achieve a perfect fusion of human and Moloch power, the Abbey gave Armati a physical form. Specifically, they're vessels embedded with a formula that can manipulate mana. They call these objects divine artifacts.
Is that what that bow is?
Yes, this is one of the divine artifacts. We've decided we want to pass on the knowledge behind the divine artifacts and armatization to future generations.
Why would you want to do that? Armatization is dangerous.
We want to enable humans and Malachim to coexist.
What?
In its current form, armatization is a one-sided process, allowing a human to exploit a Moloch's power. But imagine if humans and Malachim could armatize with mutual awareness and consent.
It could provide just the edge our people need to battle the great forces who seek to harm our world.
Like the Lord of Calamity, you mean? Well, do what you want.
It's another potential for the future.
Yes.
But I have one warning for you. The divine artifact intended for Innominat is already complete. You know what that means, don't you?
Artorias himself will use the divine artifact to armatize with Innominat.
For the good of the future, we'll pray for your success in battle, Lord of Calamity.
Huh. Okay. Well, it's nice that we've tracked down Innominat, but now what's the plan?
I don't think even Griffin could get us up there.
And my Guardian takes one passenger only.
I don't think we need to worry about that.
Huh? Well, looky there. A teleportation art. Looks like we're expected.
For Innominat to fully awaken, they need me and Laphicet. Which means they want to settle this once and for all, too.
Sounds good to me. Bring it on!
Is what reckless idiots say before plunging into the unknown. Be more cautious.
Sorry.
Wow. That is the first time I've ever heard Magulu say something sensible.
A bad omen. Let's be careful, and take a good look around first.
Belittling a faithful ally right before the final showdown? Do you not cry? If I prick you, do you not bleed?
If you want to run, now's the time.
Are you kidding? I've never felt so alive!
You know, when we first met, I never would have expected you to stick around this long.
Nor would I. It's a funny old world, isn't it? Not one time in 100 do things turn out how you think they will. We push on through the trials and tribulations of each and every day. We suffer through hardships and failure. We lose the ones we love. And then we die.
Do you think we were born into this world to suffer?
What I do know is that if success was guaranteed, we'd never get anything done. Uncertainty is what spurs us onward. Forward we move, if only by one step at a time, towards somewhere different than here. Through sadness and anger and joy alike. Life is all about that journey.
Are you feeling okay, Magulu? You're actually giving me sound advice for once.
Life's not all horribleness. We shouldn't be so quick to lay down and die.
No exorcists here, it looks like.
But a whole lot of Malachim.
These Malachim are the sublords who have pacts directly with Innominat. Be careful. He's likely given them a share of his power.
In other words, trouble.
Not at all. We'll just whip out our knives and carve a path.